Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and today I'm just going to share with you a couple of the reels that have been found, they've been donated, and they're all going to go to a good cause. They're going to go to a program that a local fishing club runs called Teach a Child to Fish. And these programs are very exciting to run because, well, the youth anglers really are going to be the future of the sport. If you can't get them early in terms of being interested in fishing, well, you're going to lose them to other activities. And, well, the industry depends on folks buying things, whether it's the fishing reel industry, the tackle industry, the local bait and tackle shops, the tourism industries. Well, they're going to struggle if we can't continue to get folks interested in what we so dearly love. So one of the things that our local club does is a program. It's coordinated with groups like the local YMCA, the Boy Scouts, local civics organizations in and around town. A lot of the civic organizations will run a fishing derby, for example, over the summer, and they'll invite anybody in the town to come on down and participate and enjoy a day with your friends trying to do some fishing. Well, most of the time the folks that we're introducing to fishing don't have fishing tackle. They rarely have a rod or a reel, maybe haven't been introduced to it at all. In some cases, maybe can't even afford that. And our group likes to put together rod and reel combinations for them to use over the course of the day or the event. And also, in some cases, we work with other fishing organizations to distribute rod and reel combinations to those that are committed to the sport, or perhaps maybe as prizes in the derby themselves. So I want to share with you a group of reels that John from Georgia has sent in and asked me to do the best I can to get these into the program, and a couple of reels that have been dropped off at the shop and that we'll just call unwanted or maybe unloved reels. But it'll give you an idea of what it is that we do, and well, we're just excited to continue to do that. Well, if you like these kinds of videos, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. The channel covers all aspects of fishing and fishing reel maintenance and repair. It kind of goes into who made the reels, when they were made, how they were used, and all that kind of information that, well, is something that we like to pass along while we can. Well, let's take a look at some of the ones that came off to the shop. Fellow dropped this one off. He said he found it at a local garage sale. It's missing a handle. Well, I do have a handle. This is a Shimano AX 4000. We have a group that we kind of work with that fishes in the estuaries in and around the Hudson River, and this will be perfect on a 7-foot pole to teach somebody how to fish. Seems like it's working perfectly other than the handle is missing. We'll get that handle and we'll get out there and make that one good again. Well, here's another Shimano. This is also a 4000. It's not the same one. The other one was the AX. This is the FX. And, well, it looks like we're going to need to replace the line. But that's okay. One of the things that we do at our club meetings every now and then, we just kind of sit around the table and do that. We pull off the old line, put on the new line, make it work. This one's working, but it's slow. So my guess is it hasn't been serviced in a very long time. Maybe we'll even do a video on the service of this one before we pass it along. But overall, it will be able to be put back together again. And then we have an older one. I don't even know where this one came from. It just goes into a box that I accumulate the reels for this program. Seems to spin nice. This is an Abu Ambassador. There you go. We have a flipping bail. The reason for that, if you look at it, is a very bent up bail, and that's putting tension on the posts. When it puts tension on the post, it doesn't flip easily. It's easy enough for matter. Maybe we'll even do a video on this one. And you pull this screw out, you rebend the wire. It is a wire, and well, once you get it more arc-like, it will flip back into shape. But sometimes folks just give up on the reel because of that. Well, John from Georgia, he sent in a box of reels as well. He tells me that he buys reels in a grouping or a lot. And, well, a lot of the reels that he buys, well, they suffer the same consequences and the problems that these reels suffer. And he would like to donate these to the program. A lot of them have some small issues to them. And on a quick look, I think we have at least 4 or 5 of them of the ones that he put in. We'll make it to that. And the other things we do with these reels, the club has tables at local fishing flea markets. Now it's only one or two. They're usually comped to us, and we sell excess and unwanted rods and reels and tackle, and all the proceeds go to these youth angler programs as well. So if the reel's not appropriate for the groups that we're teaching how to fish, we'll put them on the table. Whatever proceeds we get will go to either purchasing new tackle for these programs or funding them. Maybe we need bait and lures and things like that, and we'll do that. Well, the first one that John has included, this one's a Shakespeare Alpha. He called it the Big Ugly, but I don't think it's the Big Ugly. This one's working. It's a saltwater reel, and it's a little noisy. And I'm not sure if we have an anti-reverse. Yeah, we don't have the anti-reverse on that. So we're going to take this apart. We're going to see what we can do to restore the anti-reverse function. It's not an instant anti-reverse, and from what I remember, it's not a very difficult anti-reverse. It's just stuck. So I think it's probably old greases and oils based on what I'm hearing from the turning of this reel. We'll try and do our best to put that back together again and make it work. Well, if you have any questions on the programs or any of the things that we do, and anything that your local fishing clubs can do, and I encourage you to seek them out, just leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer those for you. Here's another one. This is pretty much a generic Shakespeare. It's the Shakespeare 35. And most of the time, parts are not available for these, so folks give up on them. This one's got a minor grinding I'm hearing in here, maybe even a skip. So we're going to see, is it possible to fix that? There is a little bit of a wobble in the rotor, not much. That's not causing the issues that I'm feeling here. But if we can get this one going again, we're certainly going to do that. If not, as I mentioned, we'll do the tables at those flea markets. Sometimes we'll put that out there as a parts reel for a few dollars, and maybe somebody needs something that's not the gear for that, and they can get that fixed. Well, here's another Shakespeare, and these are wonderful reels for youth anglers that are just learning how to fish. And again, that's a big one. This is a 50 size. It's a Tiger. You typically find the Tiger reels on rod and reel combinations that were sold at places like Walmart and Dick's and the like. And this one seems to be doing okay, but there's that back reverse issue again. So again, maybe we'll do the two of these that are missing that, and see if we can't get these repaired. If not, kind of know the fate there. All right, here's one I think we'll work on. We get kids of all ages, and we do freshwater and saltwater. And here is a Chinese version of the vintage 33 Zebco, and seems to be working fine. Maybe something's a little loose in there, I'm hearing. Well, we check out everything we do before we give them away or put them into the programs. So we'll be working on that one as well. This one I think is ready to go fishing. This one is a Silster ET 2035. It's a beautiful old classic reel. And it's one of those from back in the day. And that's music to our ears for those of us that know these reels. So got the old hard-wired anti-reverse dog. I think we're just going to put a line on that, put it on a pole, get that one fishing. Well, and then there's a couple of reels we get that are usually not working for the individuals, but again, we can get a couple of dollars for them to make these go further. This is a Shimano. It's the Shimano Canaan. It's a 7-ball bearing reel. I don't think I've ever serviced one of these, so maybe we'll do a service video as part of the reconditioning of these. And John said it's missing one of the little tags on the star adjuster. You know what? You can still adjust with the other 4, 1, 2, 3, and there's 4 back here. And if that's the case, somebody can enjoy fishing with this reel, and there's a lot of fish left in there to catch with a quick service on that. We also have a Daiwa Silver Series reel. This is the 208RL. This one was made in Korea, probably in the 1980s. I like these reels a lot. Again, I don't know if we'll be able to make this a pond reel for one of the kids. I may just buy it, put it on a pole. I like the reels. We'll see what we can do. Make a contribution to the club. Then we got another one here. This is the Bronson Green Hornet 2200. And John said he had this reel apart and put it back together, and now it's struggling. And it is struggling. Bronson was Bronson, Michigan. They made fishing reels. This one's in nice condition. Something's gone wrong with the way that John's reassembled it. Again, maybe what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of a how-to video on that one. And then the final one, this is an interesting one. It's a true temper reel, which means, well, it means exactly what it says. It says here, Ocean City. So this is right in that transition period, 1958-59, before they just went to the True Temper branding. This is the 1591. Noisy, but working. So maybe we'll just show you how to tune this one up, and then I think this reel and a couple of the others will wind up at the club's table in the flea markets. This one I'll just make a nice donation on. And the others we're going to try and get going to get these onto poles. All of these spinning reels are appropriate. All of these spinning reels can get a second chance, and all of these can put a smile on the face of the youth anglers that will be receiving these or using these in those programs. Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention to you that if you have reels that are no longer wanted or loved, if you'd like to make a donation to these programs, then go ahead and ship them to me, and I will make sure that they get the same attention and care that these are going to get, and that they get distributed out to the next generation of fishing folks. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. Before I leave, I want to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, rescue, and everybody involved in keeping us out of harm's way. I appreciate what it is you do day in and day out. Also want to thank you, the viewers, for making the channel what it is. Thank John in particular for sending these reels in, and the folks that have dropped those other reels off for donations. And well, I hope that we can persuade a child or two here to take up the art of fishing, and maybe they'll have stories to tell with the rods and reels that they use, and maybe the ones that they're given to encourage them to continue the sport. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, wishing everybody a great day. Thanks for watching.